Hello everyone, I am Piyush Goyal and I welcome you to Voxcel's YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss how to solve Cambridge IELTS Journal Training Book 19th Test First Section 1. So I have uploaded other videos of other Cambridge books also. So if you want to check them out, you can check them out. But for now, we will discuss this particular section. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So if you have watched my previous videos, you will know how we begin our reading passage or how do we start to solve our sections, okay, passages. First, we will read the heading. Gobridge Tramlink, frequently asked questions, FAQs. Here are some of the frequently asked questions about the tram service in Gobridge town. So we know whatever in this paragraph, we are given some of the usual questions that customers ask that customers ask to this particular service provider. Okay, so let's see what we will do. We will not read the remaining information. Instead, we will go to the first question and start from there. So our first set of question is about true, false, not given. So if you have not seen my videos on true, false, not given, you can see them to understand how to solve this particular type of reading question in depth, but I will just give you an overview. First, we will read the instruction word. We will write true, false, not given. We will not write yes, no, not given, and then we will read question wise. First question: the city buses start operating later than trams. So we want to find out that city buses, their operation starts, okay, they start to work later, at like a later time. Let's just say if city than the tram, let's just say if trams starts working at right around 9 a.m. so city buses start around 9:05, 9:10, 9:02, anywhere after 9. So if the city buses start after the tram's time, we will say true. But if the city buses start before the tram's time or they start together, we will say false. But if the time of city bus or tram is not mentioned, there is no comparison between those two, we will say answer is not given. So what we will do, we will start from the here. When do trams run? Okay, Gobridge Tramlink operates a network of trams that run throughout the year and provide links to the main services, stations and the airport. So right now we haven't find anything about city time, buses time and trams time. So we will continue reading. Timetables are reviewed in October and March and may alter slightly, so check before you travel. Our first tram from the city center leaves from Marvin Square at 6:30 a.m. So here we have been given timing of our first tram, meaning to say when they start operating. Half an hour after the first city bus service. So this is our remaining information. So when do the trams start? The trams start half an hour after city bus service starts. So this is our first question. So we have understood here. So for this particular thing, we will write our question 1. Here is our location of question number 1. And according to this, our answer comes out to be false. Okay. So we will write here false. Okay. So moving on to the next question. You can get a tram from the airport to the city center up to midnight. So information is saying that we can get tram. Okay, we can get a tram. Let's just say we will differentiate here with the color. Okay, we can get a tram from the airport. Okay, from the airport you can hire a tram. Just a second guys, sorry about that. So you can hire a tram from the airport, okay, to the city center. So you can go from airport to the city center till up to the midnight. So up to the midnight you can use this particular service. So if when the answer will be true, when your tram service runs up till midnight, when the answer will be false, when the tram service shuts like before midnight, like at 8 or 9 or 10 or 11, whatever the time may be. When the answer will be not given, when we know that tram service like closes down, but the time, exact time is not given, or there is no mention about running about that. Answer can be false when your tram times is like something else. Okay, so from here we will see, can I get a tram from the airport? So here most probably answer will be in this particular paragraph. Tram from the airport to the city center start running at 6:15 a.m. So this is our starting time, and leave every 15 minutes until 7:30. So until 7:30 p.m. they leave after every like 15 minutes. When the evening schedule takes over, trams then run to the main railway station. So here is our railway station, the keyword, at 35-minute interval and end at 11:35 p.m. If your flight arrives later than this, the number 207 airport bus runs every hour through the night. So but trams do not run up to midnight. So here we will say this is the location of our question number 2. Okay, just I'll write the location here, location of question number 2, and we know the answer to this question is false. Hope it is clear. Any doubt regarding this? Let me extend this. Okay, moving on to the third question. The 207 bus service stops at the main railway station. So now we have like read about something 207, but we will go there again. So here the question is saying the 207 bus service, let me change the color, 207 bus service stops at the main railway station. So we have to understand where its stoppage is, but I think there is no mention about this. Let's just read it. If your flight arrives later than this, the number 207 airport bus runs every hour that night. So we have been given something about the timing of this particular thing, about the interval when it arrives, but there is like no mention of like the route where it stops or where it starts from. So here is our location. Let me just write it down here. This is our location. Sorry about that. So but we know there is no information regarding this, so we will just say the answer to this is not given. Clear? Moving to the next question. The cost of a tram ticket varies depending on your journey. So the cost of this particular ticket, it changes, like varies meaning is simple, changes depending on the journey. So meaning to say, if you have to go far, the charges may be like lower or higher than if you have to go to nearby places. So we will see if the ticket prices changes, we will say true. If the ticket price doesn't change, it is fixed, we will say false. And if there is no mention of changes in prices or what the prices are for like closer destination and farther destinations, we will say not given. Okay, moving forward. What do I do if I don't have a ticket? Tickets are not sold by anyone on the train. Ticket vending machines are located at all tram shelters. Check your route and make sure you buy the correct price ticket. So here the location is saying that ticket vending machines are located at all tram shelters. Okay, check. Now what do you have to check your route and make sure you buy the correct price ticket, meaning to say the price of the ticket should be in accordance to your journey. So you should not pick any other like price. You should check the kilometers you have to travel, and then you have to buy ticket of correct price. So what this answer comes out to be, this answer will be true. Okay, because you have to check the price here it is clearly written you have to buy the correct price ticket, so meaning to say the price varies, so you have to be very careful about that. And here question is also saying the ticket cost varies. Next question, bicycles are allowed on the trams between 7:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. So what we have to find out that whether bicycles are allowed in this particular time period or not. Just let me see. So this is our keyword bicycles, and we have to find between this and this on trams. Okay, so let's see if they are allowed or not. We will read further. If the vending machine does not work, you should push the red button on the machine and speak into the microphone. A member of the staff will either fix the machine straight away or contact the tram inspector on board your tram. He or she cannot sell you a ticket, but you will not be obliged to pay the £8 on board fine for not having one. So here is no mention of bicycles. So can I take my bike on the tram? So here I hope there will be the location. Each tram is licensed to carry a maximum of 2 bicycles. So you can carry 2 bicycles at once. Though drivers may refuse to allow cyclists to get on if the tram is crowded, but the onus is on drivers. If they allow you, you can board the train with your bicycle, but if they don't, you cannot. Bicycles may only be taken. So here we have some keywords when we can take our bicycles on trams during off-peak travel periods up to 7:30 a.m. So our time location was between 7:30 and 10. So here they are saying 7:30 up to 7:30, up to meaning like till 7:30, not after 7:30, and then between 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. after 7 p.m. So if you are able to understand, you will be easily able to understand our answers. They are saying you can take your bicycle, but the timing is up to 7:30 a.m. up to meaning maximum of 7:30 a.m. not later than that, and after that between 10 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. So meaning to say between 7:30 and 10 a.m. you cannot take your bicycles. So this is our question number 5. Let me just write it here. This is our question number 5. So we can easily understand that we cannot take our bicycle between 7:30 and 10. We can take the bicycle before 7:30 a.m. and between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. but not between these two time periods. Okay, next question. Additional trams run during the Gobridge festival period. Additional tram meaning to say extra trams. Let us say if there are 10 trams running on a daily basis, so during festival period of this particular town Gobridge, there are like 12, 13, 14, 15 trams running. Let's see how many trams are there during the this is our keyword, like festivals. Festivals and other large events may also mean that bicycles are prohibited, as trams carry extra passengers at these times. Once on board, riders should remain with their bicycles throughout the journey and ensure that they do not obstruct the entrance, exit or any other area of public access. So there is no mention of additional trams, whether they are running or whether they are not running. So we have not been provided with any kind of information. So we will say not given. Sorry about that. We will say not given. Last, we have read everything, but we will read again. Cyclists. Okay, cyclists may be asked to leave the tram, okay, if they block the exit. So if they block the exit, they will be asked to leave that particular tram. Let's see, here is our keyword once on board. So riders just mean cyclists should remain with their bicycles, so they should be close to their bicycles. Okay, they should be close to their bicycle throughout the journey and ensure they do not obstruct the entrance, exit or any other area of public service. So here there is no mention whether they will be asked to leave or whether they will not be asked to leave. So we will say the answer to this question is not given. Hope it is clear. Moving on to the second part of the section. So if you are GT student, general training student, you should know that your each first two sections are divided into two, sometimes three sections. Okay, so second part of the same section. So here it is adorable knitwear, online customer reviews. So here there are given online customer reviews of like different people, I believe. So what we will do, we will go straight to the question. So here we have to write the correct letter A to E in boxes 18 to 14. So this is very important to note. You may use any letter more than once, meaning to say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, but there are only 5 paragraphs. So obviously we have to repeat 1 or 2 paragraphs. Maybe some let's just say for example A, maybe there are 2 questions with information in A, maybe there are 3 questions with information in A. So maybe some questions will have, or some letters will be used more than once. So first question, so how to do these questions? First we will read all the questions here, but we do not need to remember anything. Then what will we do? We will go straight to the first paragraph, read this particular first paragraph and then match the information with these questions. So what is the benefit of reading the questions beforehand? For like one time you will get the main idea what kind of information you are looking for. Okay. The color of the sweater did not match the website. So here the main information is the color of the particular sweater did not match website image. So whatever paragraph contains this information, we will write that particular paragraph. Second, 9th question, the customer took some time to decide on the purchase. So the customer took some time, let's just say they took like some hours or some minutes or some days, some months before deciding to purchase. Customer initially bought the wrong size. So initially meaning to say in the beginning, like for the first time they bought the wrong size. Let's just say they bought XL, but it may be loose or it may be tight. Okay. 11th, the customer changed her mind about returning a sweater. So whoever the customer is, she changed her mind about what? Returning a sweater. So initially she may be thinking like I should return this sweater, I do not need it, but after like wearing it or after any particular reason, she decided against returning that sweater. The customer bought a bigger size than she usually does. So here if you see these two questions, like they have quite similar information, but here they are saying initially bought the wrong size, meaning to say after that she or he may have changed that particular size. So here they are saying they bought a bigger size than she usually does. Maybe this is on purpose. So here this is something about it is being done on purpose, and it is done unintentionally. 13th, the sweater can be worn for smart or casual occasions. So this particular sweater can be worn on different occasions, maybe your home or offices or parties, different things like that. 14th, the customer was worried that the sweater wouldn't suit her. So this is particular customer, she was quite worried that the particular sweater she was buying wouldn't suit her. Okay. Now what we will do, we have underlined or we have understood the keywords of all the questions. Now we will go straight to the first paragraph. First question A, Mary Ann. I spent a while thinking about buying this sweater because of the price, but I am glad I finally did. So what are this he or what is he or she? She's saying that she spent a while, meaning to say she spent some time thinking about this sweater because of the price, but she is glad she finally did this particular thing. So if you are able to understand, so this question is color of the sweater, customer this initially bought the wrong size, changed her mind. Okay, this customer took some time before deciding on the purchase. So this is A option. Let me change the color if I'm able to do so. Okay, forget about it. So this is A option. Now the next, let me bold it so that we can easily identify. This is A option. We will read further. Maybe some other information is there that we want to see. It's a long sweater, but that's good as I am quite small. So she's telling that it's quite a long sweater. That is good because she's quite tall. I normally find the sleeves are too short when I try on a top, but not with this one. So this sweater is perfect fit for her. I tend to take medium, but went for large for this one, which was wise decision as there is plenty of room for a t-shirt underneath when I wear it with jeans. So she's telling that she tend to take medium, but she chose large one for this. So if you are able to remember there was a question about buying oversized. So the color of the sweater did not match the website. No, it was not like that. Customer took some time. Yes, we have mentioned it. The customer initially bought the wrong size. No, she was saying the size was perfect. The customer changed her mind about returning. There was no mention of returning. The customer bought a bigger size than she usually does. Yes, here it is written. I tend to take medium, but I went for large. So the customer bought a bigger size. So for this questions, our answer will be A. Clear? So this is all information. We will read the next question. The sweater can be worn smart or casual occasions. There was no mention of this. The customer was worried that the sweater wouldn't suit her. There was no mention of this either. Now we will read the B paragraph. These sweaters are ideal for office wear. So this is office wear sweater. The purple one is pretty, though I expected a lighter shade from the picture. So here what this particular person is saying that the sweater, the color is pretty, although she expected a lighter shade from the picture. There's something about color not matching the website image. Sorry about that. I wear a US 12, UK 16, and the medium is big enough to fit over a shirt with the room to spare. It has long sleeve that I love to roll up at the wrist. I am now trying to resist the temptation to buy it in grey too. Now she is saying that she is trying to resist the temptation of buying this particular sweater in different color. She has long sleeves, but she loves it. So there is no mention about regretting this particular purchase. So first question, the color of the sweater did not match the website. Yes, that's why she was saying she expected a lighter color. So this is our answer. Let's see if any other is B. Initially bought the wrong size. There is no mention of that. Return, there is no mention of returning. There is no mention for smart or casual occasions. There was mention of office wear, but not like comparison of 2 or 3 occasions. So we cannot say that. The customer worried wouldn't suit her. There was no mention of that either. Now moving on to the C paragraph. Okay. This knitted sweater looks great in pictures. So this particular sweater, it looks great in pictures. I ordered the olive green with stripes, and although I wasn't sure it was going to look right on me. So here it is the information that the user is not sure that whether the sweater will look right on him or her, basically would suit him or her. So this is our one information. I was pleasantly surprised when I put it on. It's very soft and I love the long past the wrist sleeves too. I opted for the medium, but it was too tight, so I exchanged it. So here they have exchanged the sweater also. So they're saying they was pleasantly surprised because it looked good, because in the beginning the person was not sure about that. So it's very soft and the long sleeves too, the person loved the long sleeves also. So basically the information is this: looks great in pictures, wasn't sure, optimum for medium, but tight, so exchanged. So let's see the color. The customer initially bought the wrong size. Yes, so because she bought this particular size, but it was too tight. So he exchanged that particular piece. The customer changed her mind about returning the sweater. No, she didn't change her mind. She returned, or he returned that sweater. The sweater can be worn. This is no. The customer was worried the sweater wouldn't suit her. Yes, there it was his, or it was her worry whether it will suit her or not. Okay, sorry about that. So the answer to this will be C. Okay, moving on to the next one. D paragraph. This is the third of your sweaters. This is the third of your sweaters that I have bought over the past 2 years. So this particular person has bought his or her third sweater in 2 years. It's a true to size and perfect for the winter months, though I should add that its loose knit means it's best to avoid playing with cats or young dogs when you are wearing it, as they could pull threads in the body or sleeves. So they are saying that the size is good, it's true to size, and it's perfect for winter. Sorry about that, it's perfect for winter months also. But the knitting is quite loose. He or she may be complaining about the quality, but why they are buying the third one if the knitting is loose? Maybe it is like just loose but not of bad quality. So it is good to avoid playing with your pets wearing these kind of things. So I don't think so there is something about like customer changed her mind. There is no mention of that. There is no mention of wearing it on smart or casual occasions. So there is no answer in D paragraph. Now moving on to E paragraph. I couldn't decide which color to get, so I bought the deep blue and the charcoal gray with every intention of sending one of them back. So this particular person, she is saying that she was not sure which color she should buy, so she bought these two colors, deep blue and charcoal gray. And what was her intention? That her intention was sending one of them back, meaning to say she wanted to return one. That didn't happen, of course, meaning to say she changed her mind. Okay, so now we can easily mark this as D and this as D, sorry, E and E, because we know nothing is in D, but I will read this particular information so that you can be sure. But in exam, if you are 100% sure, this is like there is no other option left than E, so you can easily mark E. But it is best option that you should read that paragraph. Maybe you may have missed something in the above paragraphs. I would say both colors match online picture. So the color match the online picture. So this cannot be our answer. I bought size small and the length is perfect for me despite the unnecessarily long sleeves. These sweaters are lovely to wear with jeans but also stylish enough to wear at work. So they are doing two things with sweaters. One, they are wearing with jeans like casual or smart, and other with professional or casual, or casual. One is casual and one is smart. So here didn't return, changed her mind about returning, smart or casual, with jean or at work. So we are 100% sure that both our answers of these questions will be E. So hope it is clear to you. So this is how you should solve these kind of questions in your GT. So these questions, I don't think so will take more than 15 minutes if you do the way I am telling you to do. In the beginning it may take some time, but after some practice, when you get accustomed to it, you can easily solve that within 15 minutes or maybe even less. So if you want to get our help, you can look more videos on our YouTube channel, or there is a description of our website. I will leave the link in the description box. You can contact us. We have made courses on reading, listening, writing and speaking. So if you are struggling to get band 7 or more in your speaking and writing, we can easily help you, as we have helped numerous students achieve their dream band score and their dream complete their dream with that particular thing. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.